Okay, I've been laying down long enough to get out and get some fresh air. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back to the channel on what is a beautiful but windy day in the Bay Area. I myself am feeling a little bit under the weather, but my back's killing me from just laying down all morning and all day yesterday. So what I'm going to do is I'll give you guys a tour of the Porsche 987 just to add something to the channel, and I actually haven't given a proper look around of the car since I've started vlogging. So yeah, we'll go ahead and do that. But for right now, I think, yeah, the Fiat is there, Porsche is there, and I want to bring this out. So we'll take out the Fiat first. Alright, so the Fiat's moved, and now I'm ready to take out the 987. Let's do it. Okay, so the Porsche 987. For those of you who own one or know a lot about them, I'll just go over the things that are different, particularly to my 987. And it's obvious that this white satin pearl, or pearl satin white, is actually, or obviously not, a stock paint. This is a vinyl, and you could easily see the difference here if you pop the trunk and you see the silver here. So this is the color that it used to be, and I'll show an image right here on what the car used to look like. And whoops, the next would be the rims. Now these are the enthusiasts know as the crab claw, or the claws, and they are plasti dipped, and I did a horrible job on plasti dipping, doing the plasti dip myself on these. As you can see, some drips right here, and the reason for that is because I got lazy and just did it while it was sitting on the car, as opposed to taking the rims off and doing it that way. The vinyl continues down here with this black vinyl wrap there, and you also saw that black vinyl wrap on the vents and also on the tail that comes up. And also the Porsche tags out here are black as well. The tail lights are aftermarket. I love these. I think it gives it a fresh, newer look. And the headlights, I'm sorry, not the headlights, your signals on the side as well are replaced to clear ones, and you get some bird poo off of there. The other things that are different with this 987 and from the ones you're used to, have that Alcantara steering wheel with the yellow stripe here at 12 o'clock. Alcantara as well on your shifter and your e-brake lever as well. Those are pretty much the things that are different from your normal 987. This one's the S model, and also has the chrono package as well. So you get this lovely little chronometer here, which doesn't come stock with all, not even the S's. We got the Bose stereo, and it sounds really good. If you look right behind me, right in here, it's actually the holes for the subwoofers, so you feel a little bit of that bass coming out right behind me when the stereo's on. And I haven't really played with the functions of the stereo too much with the sound, but I noticed that when the top does come down, when you pop this open, there's something that presses right in here that changes the stereo to get a little bit louder. So essentially, when the top is down, stereo adjusts to make up for all the air sound that you have in the background. You've seen me talk about this on my other videos, is the cup holder, how it's right in here, pops right out. Mine has gone through some troubles. Now, I don't know if you noticed, these right here are actually magnets. See, originally when I got this car, when I bought it used, it was not closing all the way. It would just do like this whole like up and down thing right here. And I'm sure some of you that own 987s that are watching this have gone through the same problem, and you probably have also looked at the pricing of a new cup holder for your 987, and you know it's about $300 something, and you probably don't want to pull the trigger on $300 for some cup holders, right? So what my lovely wife did is she got these magnets, and she got them off of name tags. So like, you know, the name tags you would have like on your lab coat inside a lab, or if you're in sales or something like that. She took them off of that, glued them onto here and onto these ends, and now they basically just hold up with magnets. So that saved me $300. I'm not mad at that at all. You can leave your comments below and let me know how you went about fixing this if you are a 987 owner. The other thing that went wrong was one of these was, as you can see, it's a little bit sticky, and I actually fixed that way inside there with a zip tie, because basically the part where it catches inside had completely broken off, and so now there's a zip tie, a really strong zip tie piece that just keeps that from coming back out. So yeah, the stereo, when I first got the car, I thought about like making the stereo a little bit more modern and getting something like a tablet like stereo that fits perfectly in here. And I know that some other people have linked me with a stereo company that makes a stereo that looks exactly like it was meant for the Porsche, but with a more modern screen on it and with Android and things like that on it. But you know, with the Bose stereo system and the CD changer, and just the love of the sound of the car when I'm driving it has really stopped me from changing any of this, and I'm quite happy with the way it performs, the way it is. And as you can see with this, I just stick my cell phone in here whenever I need to use some sort of navigation, Google Maps or anything like that. So the way it is now, I would be very surprised if I ever touch this. Let me know what you think, what you're using if you're a 987 owner in place of the stock stereo, and what you think of the stock stereo if you own one yourself. The buttons themselves on the stereo are brand new. I replaced these, although I later found out the reason I replaced them is because they were very sticky, nasty and grimy, and that's the way I bought them. I later found out that you could actually clean the old ones, and I'll leave a link in the description for the video I have where these actually get cleaned with a little bit of sodium bicarb, or I guess Arm & Hammer. It's something you could just buy in the store. A little bit of that with mixed with some detergent, some, you know, like degreasing detergent. And yeah, you'll see in the video how you can actually clean these up yourself and save yourself, I think it was like $40 or $50 that I paid for these, just for these simple knobs. And they're easy to take off. You'll see in that video as well. As far as the interior, you know, it's not too bad. Like, there's little marks here and there that are coming off a little bit, a few scratches there. And the faces of the gauges look beautiful. I think the Alcantara is holding on pretty well. A few scratches here on the doors. For you owners of 987s, I'm sure you appreciate the door, how it has a little bit of storage in here. Keep my sunglasses in there. Those of you that don't own a 987, this might be new to you. Little extra storage space are in there besides the glove box. You also have on the other side, and of course the center as well. And there, believe it or not, there are some pockets behind here as well. So put like a piece of paper there or something. Yeah. As far as storage, let's continue on. You get not only a trunk, but you also get a frunk. For those of you that don't know, the 987 is a mid-engine vehicle, meaning exactly what it sounds like. the engine is in the middle. The engine's somewhere down in here, and it's not like your traditional car where you just pop a hood and you can see the engine. But like I showed you earlier, you got your trunk, and you go to the front, you have a frunk, and you got in here, this is where I have my CD changer, so that's just right in there. I got some tools as well, and I think there's like an air pump. There's the amplifier for the stereo. Also keep some of this gooey stuff in case I run a flat, because there is no extra tire in here. Yeah, you don't get an emergency wheel. The battery is up in there. So yeah, that's a pretty much quick tour of the car itself. Not much to it, you know. It's a mid-engine vehicle, like I said before, so it's well balanced. And when you're taking the turns, you know, through the twisties. And I have driven a 911 and also the 718 I rented. I don't know if y'all seen the video of that where I rented the 718. And also I've tried a Miata, and I gotta say that this one right here, the 987 with a manual transmission going through the twisties, is still to me is one of the most fun cars I've driven, going in that type of road. So if you're more into like straight lines, going really fast in a straight line, this might not be the one for you. If you want the most latest and greatest technology, this one is at that era of 2005 when you still had CD players. Cassette players weren't really around, so Bluetooth wasn't really around necessarily. So I mean, it was, but not necessarily in cars. So all that tech, like connecting your Bluetooth to through the stereo, things like that, it's doable, but it's not stock with this car. You're gonna get something that feels a little bit dated on some aspects, but you're gonna get something that is extremely fun to drive. And I don't think I mentioned that I got this car used for only $13,000 when I was in the market for a vehicle that was stick shift and like a roadster, you know, something with only 2 seats. This was one that really surprised me, that you could get something so great at such a great deal. So I think I lucked out, something like that. It has given me a few bit of issues, some trouble, but nothing major. Mechanically, the vehicle is doing great, and yeah, I'm super happy with it, and I think this will be something that I'll definitely keep. But yeah, let's take a look at the car with the top down. So let me set you down real quick. Alright, so here it is with the top down. I think it looks absolutely stunning with the top down as it does with the top up. Yeah, simply beautiful, I think. Let's go ahead and bring it in. Well, alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the tour of the 987. Again, I was feeling a little bit under the weather, so I was going to go to a Porsche and pastries meet, but I feel like I should just stay home and just need to give my back a little bit of a rest from laying down too much, which is why I came out and did this little tour of the car. Early this year, I rented the newer version of the Boxster, which is the 718, and I'll link that video down in the description as well as the fixing of the knobs of the radio. And also in the future, I plan on running a 981 to give a comparison to that, because I hear a lot of people love the 981. So yeah, please go ahead, like if you like the video. Please subscribe, comment, let me know any thoughts about this car or any of the cars that you drive. Thanks again for watching. Later.